Just the other day, I was lucky enough to be invited down to the Pokemon headquarters in the UK to play the brand new Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield early, and it looks beautiful. That's me. So first up, my opinion on the game. It's going to be, without a doubt, the greatest Pokemon game that you have ever played. If you're a Pokemon fan, you're going to absolutely love it. If you're not a Pokemon fan, pick this up because this will turn you into one. We've got tons of new Pokemon, brand new places to explore, all based around the UK, which just so happens to be where I live. And today, they have given me some exclusive footage that has never been before released, apart from maybe some of the leaks that have happened recently. And today, we're going to go through it and see what is new in this brand new game coming out in just under a month. I'm excited for this game. As you can tell, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Let's dive into it. So I got the opportunity to play the full game all the way from the beginning, including all of the story, all of the starter picking, all the way up to the end of Route 3, or when I hit 90 minutes of gameplay. Unfortunately, the 90 minutes of gameplay hit first. And let's just dive into the clips that I've got. The first one, obviously, they've tried to recreate me inside Pokemon, which I think they've done a pretty good job of doing, and this is my character in the wild area, which I think you'll agree looks beautiful. So I tried to do some of these clips in order, but the first ones I'm going to show you are the exclusive ones that I have, so no one else has these clips. And the first one is a quick look into the brand new city, which I can't tell you the name of, but it sits just after the wild area. This is the really cool steampunk themed place. And surrounding you are people, Pokemon, and loads of different stores as well, which we'll get to see in literally a couple of seconds. And this place looks awesome. It's vivid, it's alive, and it just feels amazing. It really does. It's such a beautiful game. And as you can see, my character goes straight into the hairdressers, which starts the customization options that we have on our new trainers. Now, these are the different ones that are for the boy styles. You've got short style Caesar, medium braids, side part, undercut, bowl cut, and long hair. It's going to go through every single hairstyle here. And then on the right, which is going to change in a second, you're going to have different colors of hair as well. So we've got black, gold, browns, blondes, pinks, red, white, green. We've got blue as well, as you can see on my character. And then we move into the shopping, which not only has an insanely good soundtrack, but it's also got a great array of customization, and these differ from store to store as well. So this store has completely different brands and styles of tops, jeans, shoes, glasses, bags, hats, gloves. You can even customize your socks. Just saying. Now, this is just up and to the left. So if you take the elevator that was at the back of the first screenshot we saw, you then go up to register for the Pokemon League, and then you go to the left and you get taken to this area. I'm currently unsure as to what this Lapras means, but it's kind of got like a TV on its back, so I don't know if this is just like a random Pokemon company, just a little bit of decoration. But it is cool, and you can see like there's loads of red brick buildings, which is very common over here in the UK. It's very leafy. It's very different for a Pokemon game, because Pokemon games usually done like squares, so all the roads are straight, all of the buildings are in tiles on the map, but this one is completely different. You'll see a bit of that later. But it's not that linear in its movement at all, which is brand new for a Pokemon game. But what I can talk about is when we move over to the right, this is a brand new building called the Budew Inn. You can't read that because that's Pokemon speak. But this is the Budew Inn, and just so happens to be the place where all of the trainers that have registered for the Pokemon League get to stay. Register for the Pokemon League, and you get put up in a hotel. It's pretty nice. This also happens to be the place where you meet the brand new evil team, which is called Team Yell. And I actually really like Team Yell. They're colorful, they're loud, and I like them. So moving on to the beginning of the game, this right here, that's right, this is your house. Remember when I said literally a couple of seconds ago that this doesn't follow the same kind of linear style as a traditional Pokemon game? This shows it off perfectly. Look at that house. Have you ever seen your house look so beautiful? I'm probably biased because it looks so British, it's crazy. But the design on these buildings, every building looks unique. Even the pathways as you walk down, you go right towards your, I think it's your rival's house, Hop. You walk past some Wooloos, there's Butterfrees flying in the background, and all of the buildings in the background as well, you can walk to them. They aren't just put there for scenery. This is all open world and all accessible. It's great. And look at that house. This house just looks, it's like such old school Britain. It's funny. And for Pokemon, it weirdly works. And as you can see here, people react on your way past, which is really cool. You've got the gates, the fields, the hay bales, just everything feels like literally what I can see out of my window. So before we get too far and go to the first town, which we will see, you're gonna make a hard right and go to your rival's house, which is Hop. And you get given your first starter Pokemon. This is a clip of when you choose Sobble, who I know has a massive fan club out there. And let's just remind ourselves of how awesome this looks. You choose Sobble, and then it does a cute little cutscene. There's just so many little details. Look at that! You high-five Sobble. I love it. He's so cute. And then it moves on to picking Grookey afterwards, I think. But these starters are given to you by Leon, who just so happens to be Hop's brother. And something to note here for you eagle-eyed viewers is he chooses the opposite type to you. Now, normally, it's the type that he is strong against. So if you choose water, he'll choose grass. But in this game, he actually chooses the opposite. So if you choose water, he'll choose fire. So you're actually super effective against him. But as you'll see later, that's because he already has a Wooloo. So he has 2 Pokemon to your 1. And this is where they choose Grookey. They didn't give me any footage for choosing Score Bunny. I'm sorry. But I played as Grookey in my little playthrough. And he's cute. He's so cute. He's growing on me. He takes that stick out of his hair and smacks stuff with it. It's great. But look how cute this is. You obviously get to use nicknames and stuff as well. The user interface is super clean. I love it. Big high five. It's too cute. So moving on from your rival's house, you then take a walk down to, I think you can go to a route first. I'm pretty sure it's Route 1, but don't quote me on that. You can either go straight down to the town or you can go to Route 1. Highly recommend going to Route 1 because you can catch Pokemon. There's my character throwing out Sobble, and this is where we're going to try and capture a Pancham. The backgrounds look awesome. I don't know if we've seen any footage of the battle interface yet, but here it is. It looks super clean. Sobble is looking pretty strong at 10. He has Water Gun, Growl, Pound, and what was the other attack? It's going to be like Tail Whip or something. But we go to our bag. There is also a shortcut for Pokeballs as well, which is great. As you can see right here, if you press the X button, it just takes you straight to using your Pokeballs, which is really easy. This is a quick look at the bags. Your team is on the left. And again, everything just looks really modern, really clean, and I like it. So this right here is potions. This right here is Pokeballs. This is battle items, and I'm pretty sure this is berries and or food. We'll get to food later. Again, super clean. Let's catch this Pancham, shall we? All of the animations are awesome as well. I'm not sure if we've seen footage of a Pokemon being captured, but it's awesome. Look at that. Another piece of exclusive footage coming up now, and I know for certain nobody has seen this before. And it occurs right near Professor Magnolia's lab, which is just in the background here. We'll also get an exclusive look at that close up. But this is the route past the second town, but I just wanted to show you how cool all the animations are. That's how you interact or get caught by a trainer. It does the sun and moon exclamation mark. But look at this. A proper anime intro. I just thought that was awesome. The first time I saw that, I was blown away. And here's a bit of the map. So to the right is where we just came from. You can see the Pokemon Lab in the distance. And this is going towards the brand new town, which I think, unfortunately, the video for this is already leaked. But let's take a look around anyway. The house in the background that we just passed is awesome and looks so British. It literally looks like where I live on my street. It's insane. You've got the Pokemon Center and shop in the background, random houses. The left is the train station, which is your main source of transport around the early game anyway, which is a classic traditional British train station. And I just wanted to replay this because where we're going next is that lab right at the bottom, which is Professor Magnolia's lab. This is never before seen, but look at it. Again, classic England. They've got like a conservatory at the back, a garden out the front, and we just go around this corner and collect this Pokeball. But the details in the environment and stuff are just insane for a Pokemon game. We've never seen anything like this before. And after you visit Professor Magnolia, you get into a heated battle with Hop. So here is the first couple of terms of that. As you can see, he has 3 Pokemon, including his Wooloo, his starter, and something else. We randomly have a Lotad. And it also has these cool little cutscenes in between as well. What I experienced was when I did a super effective attack or got a critical hit, Hop would be like, hey, you got a critical hit. What's that about? So the trainers kind of react, which is nice. And look at the background. The 2 trainers are there that happen to be in the cutscene before. Professor Magnolia's lab in the background. It just looks so nice. And I think this is only going to show us the first attack. I don't think it shows us much past this because obviously that would be spoilers. But it looks great. What can I say? It's just so nice to look at. So this is where the wild area starts. If you saw that on the left, that'd be a Gyarados. There's a Stuffle on the left as well, which just popped out of the grass. And in this game, you have both encounters like Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee, and Pikachu, where they're just wandering around the world, but you also have random encounters. So you have a mixture of both. You'll see it in a second. If you know what Pokemon you want to go for, then you can go for it or just go for a random encounter. And on the top left here, where the stairs are, that's where the town is that I covered earlier in the video. Also, this wild area goes all the way underneath here, wraps around the town. This place is huge. Different sections have different weathers, so you can have different weathers in exactly the same set of wild area, if that makes sense. I think we'll see the weathers in a second. We've got Pokemon that fly in the air, and I think it's already been revealed that you can whistle at Pokemon, and you can sneak as well. So to get access to these Pokemon up here, like this Xatu, you need to creep up towards them, whistle, and then they'll come down and swoop at you, or they'll just randomly attack you if they feel like it. But the wild area is awesome. It feels like a really natural way to capture Pokemon, just like you would if you were a real trainer. I think there's a Galvantula. Yeah, there's a Galvantula down there, just chilling. And here's a little look at the random Pokemon encounters where the Stuffles are. Lots of Stuffles, lots of Combees, and there was where that exclamation mark was. That's where the random encounters are. These red bits are raids. Now, I've got some footage of what happens in a raid. It's where a Dynamax Pokemon, you work together as a team of 4, to take down a monstrous Pokemon and also get extra rewards as well. So not only do you have an option to capture the Pokemon, but you also get extra really rare items too. Now, the only ones that have Pokemon are the one with the red beams coming out as a Vespiquen just pops up. I think it tries to attack me as well. It's gonna happen. Walk close to it, it's not bothered. Walk in front of it, it's coming for you. Just like a trainer battle. Look at it wander towards me as I run away. And this, up here, is the train station. So you can take the train from the town we've already seen to here, go to the wild area, walk through it, and then you get to the steampunk town. So that's a little bit more about how the flow of the game works right at the beginning. But as I was saying about the raids, the only raids that are active are the ones with the red glow coming out the middle. If you see one that doesn't have the red glow coming out of it, but still see the red base, you can still interact with the base, and you collect these watts. I think they're Poke-Watts, but they're some kind of electrical charge. You collect them up from both the active raids and the non-active ones, and then you can spend them in a special shop to get you really cool items like powerful moves, which I thought was a cool touch. What do we got here? Snow. We got Snovas everywhere, Panchams in the middle, and this is us sneaking. And as you saw, when he started running, that's when he alerted all the Pokemon and they start to kind of evade you. And this is a closer look at the max raid. And here we've got some Vanillites. We've got a Machoke that just popped into the right-hand side of the screen as well. And when it's cold and icy, you've also got the breath coming from the trainer, which is a really cool detail. And you can also do raids in the water. Fishing is also a thing. Gyarados is also a thing. There's a Quagsire on the left. Don't know if you spotted that. And there you can see the difference between a raid that is ready to go and a raid that just isn't ready yet. And this is nighttime or overcast. There's an overcast weather that I definitely experienced. There's a Pelipper just chilling, doing his own thing. And this is how the wild area will actually look if you play the game online. So as I understand it, I'm not 100% sure if this is how it works, but when you enter the wild area, you'll be joined by random people online and you can interact with them I don't know if they can interact with the same Pokemon as you, but what they can do is join you in the raids. So it's you plus 3 other people, real-world people who are playing the game at the same time in the raids, or you can do raids with computer players as well, which means you're guaranteed to capture the Pokemon, I guess. And it just makes it feel so much more alive when you've got random players playing with you. This is a really cool feature. I like this. And here we go. This is Dynamaxing. You use the Dynamax bracelet on your wrist to turn your Pokeball massive. And here comes a giant Grookey. There he is. Ridiculous. Dynamaxing is both ridiculous and fantastic at exactly the same time. Our current Dynamax target for our raid is a Hoothoot, and only one of your Pokemon on your team of 4 can Dynamax at the same time. And as you can see, Grookey's moves change, so they'll turn to 4 max variants of his moves, and they look just great. They look so good. This game, for a Pokemon game as well, and just a game in general, is visually stunning. It's so nice to look at. We're getting close to the end of our footage now, and up next is some more exclusive footage of the wild area, and more specifically, Pokemon Camp. Look, here's all our Pokemon running around together, and I'm actually in a party right now with Gemma, who just so happens to have a Galarian Ponyta. Look at this thing. It's so cute. So what I'm guessing is you can do Pokemon Camp with friends, and then you all get your Pokemon out. You can play with the Pokemon with the toys. You can chat with other trainers as well, which we're just about to do. Your Espeon is beautiful. Thank you, my dear. And then if we move over to me, I think I compliment her. Which Pokemon? Your Ponyta is elegant. What a pickup line. So yeah, you can interact with trainers in Pokemon Camp. What you can also do is make them curries. That's right. You can combine berries and random foods like sausages into a pot, and just like Zelda Breath of the Wild, you just have to experiment. This is a little mini game where you have to wave the Joy-Con like this. You can't be boring and just press A, but you have to fan the flames, and you work together as a team, whoever's in your, like, squad. You have to work together to fan the flames at the correct temperature, because you can do it too much and spoil the food. And then after this, you go into a stirring mini game as well, which again, you have to do correctly at the correct speed to pull off the perfect curry. There's also a curry deck that you can fill up, but just as I mentioned, you just kind of chop and change different foods, different berries, and just try and discover all the different kinds of curries in the game. And I think that's all I've got. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I wish I could tell you how much I saw in the game. You'll just have to take my word for it, whether you're a Pokemon fan or not. This will be the greatest Pokemon game you have ever played. It is exactly like a traditional Pokemon experience, but it looks beautiful for starters. The new Pokemon are phenomenal, and there's tons of them, especially at the beginning of the game. All of your old favorites in here from every generation, so don't worry about that. And there's tons of new mechanics as well to get used to, including the curries, the camping, the wild area, the weather, the new way the Pokemon League works as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get to a gym battle, but I did register for the Pokemon League and got my free room at the Burdew Inn. Just saying. So that's pretty much my early look of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Massive thank you to Pokemon UK for inviting me down to play the game. I had an absolute blast, and I cannot wait for it to come out on November the 15th. Pretty sure that's when it comes out on Nintendo Switch. If you want to check out more about the game and the other Pokemon that have been introduced, the new mechanics, everything they've revealed so far, go into the description below and the link will be right there. If you enjoyed this video, then please do consider leaving a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Leave a thumbs up if you're excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield, because I know I am. Also, if you'd like to stick around for more videos by me, then make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated, because I'm definitely going to be making some content on this game. If not, I make different content every day, so I'd love for you to join in. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Posters, tire swing, wagon, candle, canvas, sofa, fork, rubber band.